Yes, sir. What up, though? You kicking with KC MC. This is from the stands of a sports fan, my man Pots and Pans. All right, so this is a breaking story right here. San Antonio star Victor Wembanyama season is officially over after he was diagnosed with a blood clot in his right shoulder, a condition that will sideline one of the league's brightest stars and is the second massive health-related hit for the Spurs in a matter of months. Wembanyama is beginning treatment immediately, and the Spurs are working under the expectation that the 7'3" center from France will fully recover. A person with knowledge of the situation said Thursday, speaking to the Associated Press, on condition of anonymity because those details were not released publicly. It may be possible for Victor Wembanyama, the NBA's leading shot blocker this season and first-time All-Star, to play this summer for France in the European Championships if he chooses so. So it's unfortunate. The young boy right here, Victor Wembanyama, out for the rest of the season. It's only like 30-something games left, like 35 games, something like that. It's less than 40 games remaining in the season, and that leaves him out. So even if the Spurs did make the playoffs, which I don't believe they were going to make the playoffs, he wouldn't even be there for him, which is very unfortunate because CP and the other role players that they have there that just ain't going to be enough. San Antonio Spurs, we're going to look up their record right now. Oh, man. San Antonio Spurs. Look at the San Antonio Spurs current record. 23-29. They are less than 500, and they are currently, let's look at where they are in the West. Woo. Spurs, number 12 in the West. 2 spots away from being within the play-in. Is that the play-in tournament? Yeah, 2 spots away from being within the play-in tournament. That's not too bad, I guess. But yeah, they still a few games behind at the end of the day, and it's gonna take some uphill battles, especially this season. So Spurs probably weren't gonna make the playoffs anyway. At this point, y'all might as well just tank some more, get you another draft pick, and see how that happens. I do want to talk about the actual condition itself. Deep vein thrombosis. Deep vein thrombosis. Excuse me. That's what Victor Wembanyama was diagnosed this week with after he returned from the All-Star game, the Spurs said Thursday. It is almost always treated with blood-thinning medication, and more evaluation will be needed. If I'm not mistaken, Chris Bosh has something similar to this too, a blood clot. It's very unfortunate. I don't know how serious it is. It's just very unfortunate. That's all I know. Deep vein thrombosis is what he's been diagnosed with. I don't know if this is gonna be an on and off thing with him going forward. I don't know if this was something that he knew about before. Maybe he just found this out for the first time in his life. That is something that I feel like we should be. That's something should be investigated. If anything is investigated, that should be investigated. Like, did he always know of this condition? Is this his first time legitimately being diagnosed with this? Or is this something that literally he just found out just recently? So I think those are a few things to kind of determine when it comes to this. I'm receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. All right, so we're going to try to fix this right here. We having some streaming issues. Give me a second. See what this sound like. It don't look bad. Hey, let me know in the live chat what it sound like, what it look like. I know it ain't the best, but we keeping it together, man. But we just giving you an update on Victor Wembanyama right now, who's officially out for the season with a deep vein thrombosis diagnosis that he just recently received, which they say is almost always treated with blood thinning medication. So he will be on that type of medication going forward. Let me know what you think about Victor Wembanyama. This condition or his season so far. He was leading the lead in shots blocked with about 30-something games remaining. This is only his second season. So I'm just wondering, is that going to be a condition that we're going to have to worry about with him going forward in general? I got bad lighting, that's why my it's looking static like this. But let me know what you think. Go off in the live chat in the comments. Call into the show 313-466-4386. There's another major story in the NBA that we must discuss. It's kind of unfortunate, man. Bobby Portis from the Milwaukee Bucks has been suspended for 25 games for violating the terms of the NBA NBPA anti-drug program for testing positive for tramadol, the league announced today. Bobby Portis Jr.'s suspension will begin with tonight's game against the Los Angeles Clippers. He said, quote, "I was dealing with an elbow injury and using an NBA-approved medication for pain and inflammation. During that time, I made an honest mistake and took a pain-reducing anti-inflammatory pill that is not approved. I feel horrible and recognize that I'm responsible for what I put in my body. From the bottom of my heart, I want to apologize to the Bucks organization, my teammates, coaches, family, and fans. I give everything I have on the court, and I will terribly miss playing games for the Bucks during this time. I will continue to work hard and be ready for our long playoff run. Thank you for your support. I appreciate it more than you know." End quote. So that's what Bobby Portis said, essentially. I knew what I did. I apologize for it. I own up to it. Tramadol? What is this? What is this? What is that supposed to be? Some type of performance enhancement drug or something? Let's look this up. Tramadol? Like, I don't understand why it's such a big deal. Even if it's a performance enhancing drug, is he dropping 40s now? Like, what is Bobby Portis Jr. doing? Now we gotta look it up. For y'all to come at Bobby Portis Jr. for this drug. Now I understand you got your rules or whatever the case may be. I get that, but for y'all to come at Bobby Portis Jr. for something like this and it ain't even got him like balling for real. Like, come on, man. We ain't even really have to know about this. The Bucks organization put this statement out, by the way. Tramadol. If I'm even saying that right. Come on, man. I can't believe this. Used to relieve moderately severe pain, including pain after surgery. It's also, man, this is according to MayoClinic.org. Tramadol is used to relieve moderate to moderately severe pain, including pain after surgery. It is also used to treat pain severe enough to require opioid treatment, and when other pain medicines did not work well enough or cannot be tolerated. The extended release capsules or tablets are used for chronic ongoing pain. Tramadol belongs to the group of medicines called opioid analgesics. Excuse me, Detroit Public Schools speaking. It acts on the central nervous system to relieve pain. When tramadol is used for a long time, it may be habit-forming, causing mental or physical dependence. However, people who have continuing pain should not let the fear of dependence keep them from using narcotics to relieve their pain. Mental dependence, also known as addiction, is not likely to occur when narcotics are used for this purpose. Physical dependence may lead to withdrawal side effects if treatment is stopped suddenly. However, severe withdrawal side effects can usually be prevented by gradually reducing the dose over a period of time before treatment is stopped completely. So basically, this ain't even no type of performance enhancing drug. It's really just an opioid. And they're like, man, just admit that you used it on accident, and we just gonna write it off. We gonna roll with you. He admitted to it and he got it on. Like, okay, I get that. Like you said, it's not a performance enhancing drug, so as long as it's not that, it is what it is, fam. Who cares? And they suspended him for 25 games? God dang. That's a little bogus. That's the part that's bogus. Y'all suspended him basically for the rest of the regular season. It'll only be like 5-6 games left after that. But man, y'all suspended him for 25 games for taking a pain reliever with opioid in it? Come on, man. It ain't even that serious, bro. Yeah, he got the short end of the stick, pause, when it come to this. Bobby Portis Jr., hey, man, suspended officially 25 games. 25 games for taking tramadol, a pain-relieving medicine that got opioid in it. Let me know what you think. Go off in the live chat in the comments and call into the show. 313-466-4386. I do want to talk about I want to kind of end my whole All-Star Weekend rant or whatever you want to call it. I want to get that out the way. So we want to go back to this real quick. All-Star Weekend. I've been hearing a lot of people say, yeah, with the dunk contest, all we got to do is get our stars back. Get our stars back in the game. Get Ja Morant, Zion, Zach LaVine, Jalen Green from the Houston Rockets, a few other players. And I'm like, okay, cool. Aaron Gordon, get Mac McClung back in it. We'll be looking at a real good. I'm like, okay, I get that. Yes, we're drawing big names at that point. But who's to say any of these players are going to be creative dunkers, though? That's my thing. We can have Ja Morant, Zion, and all them other players in, but if they not doing nothing that's impressive enough, who cares? Who cares? Maybe they're choosing not to enter the dunk contest because they know they ain't got nothing creative in their bag. Nothing that's compared with Mac McClung, at least. But I don't know. See, my whole thing is, I don't think we should just be going off of the names when it comes to players to feature in a dunk contest. I like Mac McClung dunking because he's actually coming up with some creative stuff. Just when you think we just saw everything that can be done in a dunk contest. With that being said, I also feel like we should open up the dunk contest to any and everybody. YouTube stars, anybody who can do a creative dunk. That's what we want to see at the end of the day. Creative dunks. I really don't care who does it. Just creative dunks. That's what I want to see in a dunk contest. Three-point contest is what it is. I think they should make that further back just to make it interesting. Make it like a half-court shot or something like that. Or include a half-court shot in a three-point contest. That'd be interesting. One-on-one. Friday should be one-on-ones. Playing with any player in the NBA that want to sign up. Random tournament, winner takes all type stuff. Then celebrity game in that same one, and then you do your little rookie games if you want to. That's all on Friday night. Saturday night should be the dunk contest with any and everybody in it, and it should be the three contest. And if you want to do the skills challenge or whatever, do the skills challenge. Then Sunday should be the big game. Sunday should be the big game, the All-Star game. Now, I'm torn between wanting to do the old school East versus West, or I'm thinking maybe why don't we do North and South, or break it up by regions, Midwest, East, South, West Coast. Do it like that and make those teams, make that a tournament. But I don't know. I kind of get the concept of some people saying they tired of the tournament style and they think Adam Silver is obsessed with tournaments and all that other stuff. I get it. But maybe just make it, like I said, North and South instead of East and West now, if you want to shake it up. I don't like players picking other players on their squad. I'm going to be honest. I don't like that for the NBA. I don't like that. Either give me East and West, North or South, or find some other way to divide it up, like just automatically. Teams on certain parts of the globe or teams with certain, I don't know, whatever. This players on this side, other players on that side. And then just do a regular game, man. But here's what I think. Here's what I think they should really do. Everybody's tired. Everybody's tired of players shooting threes. I think they should do the All-Star game where there's no threes counted. Everything is a two-pointer. Everything is a two-pointer. And that's going to solve it. It don't matter. And you should still have a three-point line out there because People so used to it. Okay, we'll give you the 3-point line. If you force a shot and you make it, miss it, don't matter. It's gonna be worth 2 points regardless. So whether you shoot that three, shoot it from half court, or you go in and dunk the ball and lay it up, it's all gonna be 2 points. Will we see players force themselves to drive the ball or shoot mid-range jumpers a little bit more? Possibly. Or maybe just out of habit, they're gonna continue to shoot the three just to show you their range. Either way it go, I think making all points 2-pointers or 1-pointers for the All-Star game, I think that's the way to kind of mitigate a lot of 3-pointers being shot. I ain't even gonna say being made, but a lot of 3-pointers being shot. That's just what I think. Let me know what you think. Go off in the live chat in the comments. Call into the show 313-466-4386. I think that's all I had to say in regards to the All-Star weekend. I had to get that off my chest. Pause. All right, so moving on to another topic. I just want to breeze through real quick, and this is actually going into the NFL. Not necessarily anything to do with an NFL player, but it does have a lot to do with an NFL fan, I should say. A super fan. Bird Lady for the Atlanta Falcons. Yeah, man. Another one bites the dust. Carolyn Bird Lady Freeman sat in her familiar season ticket perch on November 3rd at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium, where the Atlanta Falcons superfan had maintained status as a seat license holder for years. During the second quarter, stadium security motioned for her to exit her third-row seat in section 116. They escorted her upstairs and then placed her under arrest. After a visit to the Atlanta police precinct inside the stadium, she was transferred to the Fulton County Jail and booked for felony theft by deception. On January 9th, District Attorney Fannie T. Willis filed a single-count accusation, the equivalent of an indictment, but not involving a grand jury. The charges against Freeman, alleging she collected more than $14,000 for services she failed to deliver, represent the first criminal case to emerge after several public complaints involving her over several years. Victims say they paid big money for a pregame party or tailgate that failed to materialize. Bird Lady, you know what her excuse was for allegedly not coming through with these parties or tailgates? She cited exhaustion and a wide-ranging series of health issues as factors contributing to the customer dissatisfaction, but insisted nothing nefarious happened. The Bird Lady's fame in Atlanta, which included a proclamation from the city, she was recognized from the city, and having her image featured on a big Equifax billboard inside the stadium, the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. It has taken a sharp turn for the worse, obviously. Freeman vows to fight back and beat the charges. She has yet to secure a private attorney. She is currently depending on a public defender to take her case. She's being represented by a public defender. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. This lady right here. I didn't even know she existed, but I'm not surprised because there's a super fan at every stadium. I get it. It's just, this stands out to me, one, because it's a black lady. I'm going to be honest, man. Black lady right here. Come on, black lady. You got to do better than that, black lady. But also, the thing that stands out to me is, this ain't the first super fan from a team that we've seen get in some trouble, dog. Or do some crazy stuff at least. I don't know if you remember or if you even know the Kansas City Chiefs. Kansas City Chiefs super fan. What was his name? Chiefsaholic. He was arrested. Xavier Babadar is sentenced to 17 and a half years in prison without parole and 3 years of supervised release, committing a string of armed bank robberies across the United States. Babudar, widely known as Chiefsaholic, entered a plea deal. This was in February 2024, in which he admitted to stealing more than and 11 robberies across the United States. And then laundering the proceeds through casinos. He pleaded guilty to 1 count of bank robbery, 1 count of money laundering, and 1 count of transporting stolen money across state lines. Yeah, man. Soon as I saw the bird lady, I said, wow. I know another super fan that was doing some goofy stuff. The Cheesaholic dude. Dressed as a wolf right here. Robbing banks, man. These super fans. What are y'all doing? They say he actually had the money to attend the Chiefs game from robbing these banks. And apparently Bird Lady it got to be about similar. You got 14 bands. Apparently you in there. No, this is what I hate. When somebody owe you money and you see them on social media, or for her case, you see her on TV probably if you watch a Hawks game, and you like, this nigga owe me $14,000, and you sitting up front row at an Atlanta Falcons game. I'd have been mad as hell. Owe me 14 bands, and you at an Atlanta Falcons game showing off with this little goofy ass little costume on. Oh my God, bro. Yeah, man. So these super fans, that's what I'm saying. We need to watch out for them. Hey, all of y'all under question right now. All of y'all under question right now. I ain't putting nothing on my mans, but you another one that I know of. All these super fans in these different stadiums with these teams, we need to be watching them. Where you getting your cheese from, fam? To go to these games and do all this right here. Where your real cheese at? Pause. I'm just being funny. But hey, man, that Bird Lady situation is crazy, but I did want to put that out there. But let me know what you think. Go off in the live chat in the comments. Call into the show, 313-466-4386. We about to make this last topic, and I want to get up out of here, man. Just doing the show real quick, real late. But we got an update with your boy. Aaron Rodgers, for real. Here you go right here. This is a TMZ kind of report right here. This report came from TMZ, so ain't no telling if it's real or not. But I believe they got him on camera saying this. On Thursday, TMZ caught up with Rodgers following a training session in California. The 4-time NFL MVP was asked what he's looking for when considering his next destination. He responded by saying, if they want you. The TMZ reporter then asked if there was anything else Rodgers thinks about when it comes to a new team. He thought for a second, and then he said, if they got a good team. And that was the end of that. So the headline was talking about Aaron Rodgers revealed 2 things he looks for with his next team. TMZ, y'all stretching it. Or whoever reported this, y'all stretching it, fam. He said if they want you and if they got a good team. All right, cool. We get it. Aaron Rodgers, you old. You want to play still, and now you talking if anybody will take you. I already said this. No good team needs a quarterback right now. That's already solid. You got the Giants, the Raiders. I think they say Tennessee possibly. I don't even know the other teams. The Browns or something like that. Who cares? None of them have a Super Bowl chance. So you can go out like a chump regardless. Maybe you can go with a squad that's going to possibly get to the postseason, and then you bow out gracefully for that. That's probably the best you can do. Other than that, having a team that don't even make the playoffs probably equal having a sorry schedule. I mean, a sorry record. And it is what it is. So Aaron Rodgers claiming he got 2 requirements for his next one. You ain't got no requirements. They ain't got to be good. And they really ain't got to want you. I just don't like Aaron Rodgers, man. He going out like a sucker. He played for Green Bay inside my NFC North division with my Lions. And yeah, he a sucker, fam. You going out like Brett Favre did. Not a Brett Favre fan neither. Give Mississippi that money back, Brett Favre. That's pretty much it. That's all I got for you. I'm actually going to make my way up out of here. Appreciate you for kicking with KC MC from the stands of a sports fan. Listen, if you got this far in the video, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the alert so you know we going live. Play this back again, man, and let me know what you think. Go off in the live chat in the comments. I will respond to you. I just want to see what your thoughts are when it comes to some of these topics from the perspective of a fan sitting in the stands. We like to talk our stuff, man. Again, thank you again for kicking with KCMC. Make sure you show some love by sharing, liking, and subscribing. We'll be back at you in a minute.